Now, the video you're seeing right now are the kings and the queens of South Africa going around and sharing love.
So I have been duly intimated that all South African queens are busy running charity works.
Hi, welcome back to another episode right here on the stable of life of an African woman. Guys, thank you so immensely for all the love and support you guys showed to me on here, right? For your sweet and kind words, for your concerns. Like I will always tell us, this channel is not for everyone. It's for people who really understand the motive and the objective of what we are doing here, which is no other than see how we can put our cards on the table, addressing the issues that borders us as citizens cut across different countries in Africa. Yes, so it could be definitely centered on South Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, Zimbabwe, any country that I really think a topic catches or piques my interest. I would definitely bring it here. We talk, react, analyze, and deliberate on it. Bring suggestions at least that we will clarify us, educate, and enlighten us. Exactly. It can definitely be topics that resonate with other Western European, British countries as to Africa, just like what we are seeing that's been trending back to back between the United States of America that has to do with deporting illegal immigrants back to their countries, and this has to do with so many African countries, African nationals that have been in the United States all their life, right? And it has actually affected a lot of countries in Africa. So definitely when you see topics like this, know that it interests the general public, and I will bring you here because I've got comments of some people saying, why talk about our country, why talk about this country, go talk about your country. See, I see those people as people who are not civil, who are not schooled, and who are not updated. They are not updated to what is happening in this 21st century. We have far past that stage where you just feel like you can really tell people what to talk about. But when people understand things and they feel they have a clue, a knowledge and understanding, everybody is entitled to talk. In as much as there's freedom of speech, where most people don't draw the line is talking with facts and figures and being sure of what you're talking, by definitely addressing things the way it is, without sugarcoating, without sentiment and bias, and not to demean, demote, demarcate, or ridicule anyone. That's not what we are here for. So I feel like I should really come back again and let most people know what this channel, this platform is all about, because I get a lot of people joining this channel every single day. So for those who actually think it's all about trending topics, no, I definitely pick serious topics that most people are scared of talking about, and I react to it, right? I analyze and I enlighten my audience on what is on the know and what we should know exactly. So sorry, I just needed to take out this time to clarify each and every one of us, right? And once again, with that being said, thank you and welcome to another episode. If you are yet to like this video, kindly click on the like button, please. I beg of you. It helps the algorithm notify other people that this video is quite interesting. That is all I ask. And as well, share so that it gives out more visibility to others to be on the know. Exactly. And finally, if you find this space is by choice, quite interesting, and where you need to be, you can as well hit on the subscription button. I promise it's absolutely free of charge, no charges attached. So having said this, I want us to quickly delve into what we're here for today, because like I said in my previous videos, if you're yet to see there about the beauty queen, the beauty pageant between Chidinma and South African, the ups and the downs, everything that transpired, but that's not why we're here. But I've always stood on the grounds that personally, I am not that one person that is interested in all this beauty pageant, beauty queen, whatsoever kind of thing. Disclaimer, it's not as though they do not matter. They are a thing, an event, international, worldwide event that has come to stay, not today, right from time immemorial, right? And it has actually been a thing that most country citizens have always contested and won. We've got one from South Africa that happened in the year, I think about 2016 or thereabout. Correct me if I'm wrong. Exactly, guys. And this was definitely an event that brought the country South Africa out, right? And definitely brought them to limelight. And personally, before I analyze the beauty of this South African winner, representative and winner of Miss Universe we just watched, guys, Did you see her natural look, her haircut, her melanin popping? Did you see the melanin goddess, the African beauty personified in her? While you are still deliberating on that, let's act as if we are not seeing, but this is actually beauty personified, an African goddess, an African queen. While at it, guys, it is quite interesting to know that South Africa has once been there and done that. But what is the main objective and goal of this video today is the impact of what these queens actually are known and noted for. Most times I really don't follow this program, these activities, especially that of Chidinma, because like I said, it's not my thing. But I believe from what I have seen, the clue of what these people definitely stand to represent is not just representing their countries, but representing what they stand to do for their countries as part, the humanitarian aspect of it, like doing the charitable work, doing the work of what a citizen is supposed to be doing by serving her country, her motherland, her fatherland, as the case may be. I think it should be more deliberated or related to the charity work, the humanitarian work, helping the needy. This is mostly what most of these context activity program are all about, even for the music. Like when you see them grant interviews pure before the program or during the program, they ask them at the end of the day, when you become the winner, what are you definitely going to be doing with the money that you're getting, the award and everything. Most of them give intelligent, brilliant answers that touches the heart of so many, that would really make people want to vote them to become the winner at the end of the day. And that is where I draw my backup point on the fact that the impact is supposed to be for the service of humanity, being a humanitarian, right? Exactly. But as of today, as we speak, a lot has been going on that most of the times you begin to ask, especially speaking from the angle of a Nigerian as a Nigerian. Yes, I'll get to that of the South Africa and other countries, right? I tend to see these things as just a foul play, a cajoling situation, that these people just go there for their selfish interest, for the fame, for the money, for what they stand to gain most times, and nothing more. Because we've got queens in Nigeria, right? Most times we don't really hear them, exception to few, like the wife of one of the kings in Nigeria that is actually into, I don't know if she was once a beauty queen, but the ex-wife of one of these kings who we know that had the incident. I'm not too sure, but I think exception to people, or the minute number of them that naturally have this heart of humanitarian work, caring for the needy, the less privileged, doing charity and all that, right? But majority of them, a large number of Nigerians who are beauty queens, definitely go there for the fame, the money, and the pride of I am a queen and no one is up to me, and showing off and all those stuff. If you are truthful, you can attest to this, and that is what I have come to experience. And I don't see all these things as a thing for me, but rather it got to my attention based on my research that naturally, most South African queens, just like so many other Western African countries, right, are there or definitely impactful with their status as beauty queens to the society, in the sense that they go as far as caring for the less privileged, doing things that naturally you begin to ask, are these people beauty queens? Because when you want to interrelate, you want to marry it with what we experience back home. If you are a queen, if you are famous, if you are a celebrity, you're popular, you are like the demigod. Nobody is up to you. Nobody can talk to you. Nobody can, But being humble, humility personified, and serving the masses, the poor, going to the grass, like becoming an ant, just like the Bible said. Being that humble and doing the needful is what has really caught my interest when I came to realize that South Africans and some other beauty queens from other countries are up to, particularly just like what my brother here have to say. Let's just hear from him and I will come back more and deliberate.
So I have been duly intimated that all South African queens are busy running charity works. Yes, all South African queens and kings are busy going around the South African country, going around the South African society, entangling themselves, or exhibiting one charity activity or the other. Do you understand? Now, what does this tell you? What does this tell you? You see, no matter what we do, a people's way of life is a people's way of life. And we're not talking about tradition or culture. I'm talking about people's mentality in this existence. Do you understand? The truest definition in the people's way of life is the actual way that they think. There are people that, irrespective of their cultures and traditions, once they see the right thing, once they see something that supersedes what they already know, they try to cling to that thing, because changes are inevitable and it's always constant. You must always adhere to something that is better. Look at South Africans. I would clearly say that one of the best decisions that South Africans ever made was that unionization with their colonial masters. That unionization, because you learn a lot of things from these people. See, people that are country builders, you don't, because they had this issue with my father, they had this issue with our forefathers or ancestors, let us secede, let us cut away from them in society. Meanwhile, you see that these people are creators. Meanwhile, you see that your ancestors were the problem, but because of bias, because of bigotry, just like that, and then you tend to miss out in the grander stage, or miss out the real picture. Now look at the queens. South African queens are going around intimating themselves, acquainting themselves with charity activities. Where is the Nigerian queen? Where is Chidinma? In the club, dancing, showboating. A fruit can never fall far from the tree. A fruit can never fail. You see, no matter what Nigerians keep saying, no matter how they try as much as possible to hide things, those things, the truth would always come to be. And you know, the annoying thing is that the people that Nigerians tend to cover up don't even make it easier for Nigerians. They don't even make it easier for Nigerians. Where has she gone to? She is always in the club, dancing, showboat. Where are her charity activities? Where are her charity intimations? Nothing. Where are her community services? Nothing. Go and take a leap from South Africa. That is why I said Nigeria, criminals. What do you expect from them? It's not possible.
Now, the video you're seeing right now are the kings and the queens of South Africa going around and sharing love. They're going around and sharing love. Why? Because within them is love. They were nurtured in love, so they give love. They have love within them. And they rarely have criminal tendencies. But go and check the queens and the kings of Nigeria. They're going around clubs and everywhere trying to oppress people, trying to intimidate people by showing off what they had achieved. Why? Because they have criminal tendencies. Therefore, they are oppressors. It's not a shocking thing that Nigerians are nurtured to be oppressive by nature. Let me repeat this. Nigerians are nurtured to be oppressive by nature. Do you know, let me shock you people, do you know that every organization in Nigeria that is manned by Nigerians exhibits oppression towards Nigerians? So what Nigerians practically do is they use their organization to oppress themselves. So it's a question of who is bigger than the other one. Oppress who you're bigger than. Oppress your subordinates. Subjugate your subordinate. Anyone that you're better than, oppress and subjugate that person. That is the life in Nigeria. That is a life in Nigeria that is owed to our vast nature and nurture of criminality. It's uncanny. And this has to do with Nigerian parents. Like, our parents are people that one used to think that, okay, there is an iota of integrity and honor within these people. But meet Nigerian parents, you would understand why Nigerians are the way they are. You would understand how Nigerian youths are the way they are. Every organization in Nigeria that is being manned by Nigerians is practically used to oppress others. I would make a different video and give a real life story in proving what I'm trying to say. But for now, when you look at what I'm showing you right now, you see that South Africans cannot help but show that love around. Look at them mingling with children. Look at that's the duty of a king. That's the duty of a queen. That is the duty of a superhero. And if you're someone that is well vexed with your superhero movie, you would understand that beauty actually comes with responsibilities of strength. It comes out of great power comes great responsibility. That's why most superheroes are identified with good looks. Why villains are identified with very bad looks. Little wonder Nigerians are the way, because they are mostly bad looking, unfortunately.
The thing is, like, let you not look as if I'm talking all alone, but we have heard him, and everything he said is blatantly the truth, nothing but the bitter truth. Like I was saying, just to at least clarify what I've been saying, and I didn't just even, listen to him. I just felt like, let me just binge on this topic, and boom, I saw his video to back this up, and I feel like, okay, at least I have somebody that can correlate and relate with what I am saying, right? And I think at this point, when you want to even look at it, but before then, shout out to South Africans. Like, guys, you guys are really accommodating. You guys are really, really humanitarians. Like, what we are talking about as citizens from your country, as beauty queens specifically, can be doing this kind of things. Guys, I'm really, really impressed. I must say, this is very commendable. This is the real act of charity that even God instructed us to do, because he said charity above all is the best, and definitely nothing but the best. I think in First Corinthians, love, charity, and all whatnot. First Corinthians 13 states that, right? But looking at the world today, I can even see that in Nigeria, most people who are not even into beauty and all that, like the celebrities or creatives, let me even go down to creatives, are even the one now championing this act of charity and, you know, serving the masses, caring for the masses more than the beauty queens. Most times these people go into fame, you know, boom, they are silent, you don't hear anything about them. Where is Abani Derego? Where is so many of them that I can't mention their names, even in the local and international level of beauty agents, right? Where are they today? Mention or comment below, at least if you have the whereabouts of them. But today we can see that the beauty queen of South Africa that we have shown here is still up to date, carrying out the charity work. But their kings, like we have seen, not just their queen, but the reverse is case, let me say almost the case in Nigeria, because guys, like I said, the creatives, the content creator in particular, are the ones that are even trying to, you know, show the act of love and charity, like we watch on the Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I can name them, but let me not call names here. At the long run, most times they do these things for content. In the process of doing it as content, they are also touching lives, even though it is expected that you definitely give in secret. Personally, when I want to bring it down to me, I am this one person that I really do not see the act of giving or showing love to be publicized to the whole world. Apart from people who might be there present, then nothing more. Best part is even making it completely secret. In fact, naturally, I might not really want to even, you know, open up, but I have seen it that as a person, I derive joy. Like it's a calling for me to want to affect people's life positively, like rendering helping hands, act of love, charity, support. I do that more often, but my limitations have been funds, right? And from the little I get, I try my best to see that without even being asked, without even being told, as it is laid in my heart, I try to show the act of love and charity and support, especially to women like me, because I know that I was not born in a silver spoon. I know my story, I know my journey, I know where I'm coming from, and it was not all on a bed of roses. So I know what I have been through. Most times I tend to put myself in other people's shoes, that where I am today is far or way better than where I used to be. And I ask myself, people who used to be where I used to be, or people who are already in where I used to be, in their need and their tight situation, poverty and all whatnot, how are they coping? So it makes me want to even show more love, charity to people around me, you know, within my neighborhood and all that. And most times nobody gets to know about it. It's that serious, yes, because I don't want a situation whereby I am rendering a helping hand and it's like the whole world is, you know, you're announcing it to the whole world at the long run. I ask myself, if somebody does this to me, maybe you're helping me, you're showing me love, and the whole world is watching it. I feel shy, I feel embarrassed most times with all these kind of things because of my own kind of person. There are things that are embarrassing to me. If you want to help me and tell the whole world that you're helping me personally, I don't sit comfortable with that. That's me. You can be fine with that. So I see these things that most times these people show and act as, you know, content. If you understand what is charity, humanitarian work, like most of these people who dedicate their wealth, their everything to the less privileged, the orphanage, you will not even know that this is what they are doing. And that's the real act, because you don't need to publicize it. That's how I see it. But at the end of the day, the main subject matter we are addressing here is how impactful are our beauty kings and queens to the society in Nigeria, just as we've seen in South Africa, and to other countries as well. Comment below as a citizen of any country watching, at least if you have witnessed what your people are doing, right, as beauty kings and queens, and also the level of charitable work in your country, right? In Nigeria, I can even say again and state further that even most of our celebrities who are not even into beauty contest and whatever are also trying. We have the likes of Davido, even though I say I will not mention names, at least Burna Boy and the rest of them, yes, even though they do it and it comes out to the public, they are still also doing a great job by helping the less privileged. If you know what it means to come from a poor background or to come from the space of poverty, you will really understand what I am talking about, right? There are a lot of people in our society, in our countries today, no matter where you are from, any part of the African country, you can attest to that, that are suffering and are going through a lot, and there are less hands to help and reach out to them. This is what you definitely don't want to know, but there are. It will shock you. Even in the Western British countries, there are still the area or the part where we have poor people. So there are poor people, less privileged people everywhere. right, in all part of the world. So if the point of coming out to contest for a beauty pageant position is definitely to serve the masses, do it. And now, if you want to ask today, the issue of Chidinma and the beauty pageant, even though she was not the winner but a first runner up, I can also say what definitely is or has been her impact to humanity. It's a question that I am still researching on, because I've got so many people, ask a question: is Chidinma also know the meaning of becoming, a beauty queen? Can she impact to life? Has she been impactful to the society, even while in South Africa, and now that she is in Nigeria or God knows where, right? These are the questions that have got people curious and asking. Some people even wanted other contestants that they have really discovered or seen that could be potential humanitarians to serve the country, right, to even become the winner in place of Chidinma. These and more were the reasons why South Africans and so many, even Nigerians, other country citizens, were so curious to really want the best person to win. But as God could have it, she was not the winner but the first runner up. But I think this has to do with individuals, their personal behavior, their personal calling, destiny and character. So when you're talking about contesting for beauty queen and being impactful through that means, is personalized. So many people are selfish, so many people are greedy, so many people are self-centered. So even as a wealthy person, as a celebrity, it takes having the spirit and the act of charity, love, of giving, the act of giving, for you to be able to walk in that path. It's not for everybody. That's why you still see people in their wealth, they are so selfish and greedy. They will still want to take the little that you already have and you're managing and pretend as though they don't have, right? So it depends on individuals, depends on personal character and behavior. But I want to really take our time to appreciate the South Africans, their kings and their queens, for what has been brought to my notice that they are doing. In summary, I would really want to say that I don't capitalize on material things to be, respected and valued. I believe my personality, charity work, my love for humanity and caring for humanity, serving humanity, touching people's life here and there is what I am definitely born to do, what I am definitely living for. But at the long run, the more I find myself doing this charitable work, giving out, most times I see that it is not even enough for me and my household to manage with. So at the end of the day, I'm even left empty, because I keep giving and giving and giving and giving. You might want to doubt it, to tell you that I am serious. I even have my relatives, I have my family members and friends watching me on my channel. So if I am really not telling the truth, they are here to attest to that. That is me personally, but I will not go about showing it to the world, right? I can't do that, because the aim and the purpose will be defeated. And living flamboyantly to show off and impress and oppress is not what I see as being wealthy. It's not what I see as the true meaning to life, right? And I had to say, okay, let me just see if I can start up another channel where I will show my life, talk about things that bothers people, really come out more to touch Africa, to touch the world, where people from all parts and phases of the world can see and watch. I came up with this channel and I told God something, that by the end of the day, when I start earning from this channel, I'm definitely going to dedicate the proceeds of this channel to helping the poor and the needy. And so help me God. And by the grace of God, I'm almost there. It all depends on your support and your love, which I truly appreciate so far. Definitely I will get there. I believe so. I'm not desperate. I'm not in a hurry to do that. But this is my destiny, this is my mission, this is my aim and my goal, and it gives me joy, satisfaction and pleasure doing that. And by the grace of God, serving and impacting in the life of people is one thing that I want to live the rest of my life for, by God's grace, God willing. In Africa, particularly Nigeria, here we see that people want to make money because they want to oppress, they want to intimidate, they want to show off, they want to be queens, they want to be this, they want to be that. They go into the Big Brother competition, all these competition just to oppress and impress. No meaningful impact. Intellectually contributing into invention and other social aspects, other humanitarian aspect is next to none. And if you even find the ones doing it, it's mostly for their own selfish interest. They give you because they want to gain from you, and that's not it. When giving, give without expectation, give without the hope of receiving, because God said our reward is in heaven, but He will also reward us on earth by making more ways, by providing more for us. Because as you give, as you continue giving, your cup will never run dry. God will continuously refill. The more you empty your cup, the more God refills it, and that is it. And like I said, I have dedicated that. Yes, this is the channel I'm going to be giving the proceed, or using the proceed, to touch as much lives as possible, as much life as possible that I can. by God's grace, and make do with what I have. That's why I cannot come, to be asking and soliciting for. No, I make do with what I have and content with what I have. So naturally, I don't, know how to ask, but I believe I should give, because I believe I am born to give. So definitely in one way or the other, God finds a way of always coming to give me. I just see people gift me. I just see people surprise me. And most of them I'm like, really? I still take from there and give to others. Because I know what other people are going through. I feel it. One day I'm definitely going to share my story. Comment below if you will be interested in that story, because here is where I told you from the beginning of this channel, I want to open up and make people understand me and use my story, my life experience, things that I've been through to inspire people, educate people, enlighten people. So comment below if you really want to hear my story, because time to time I've been getting this touch of inspiration of sharing my story that is definitely going to help somebody out there, and also make my audience know and understand me better. But I've been withholding it. But by God's grace, if it's the will of God, before the end of this year, one day I'm definitely going to put out that story here, not for anything but to inspire people. So comment below if you want to be hearing stories, if you want to hear my story or hear more stories or life experience that I have to share. Let me know in the comment section if you will be interested, right? And that's why I said this place is where we come to say just the way it is, open our hearts. If nobody's perfect, we are all the same. We are all humans with challenges, problems that burdens us. I am not all knowing, neither are you. We don't know it all. So when we make mistakes, we're bound to be corrected. No insult. Like I get most times people come here, in fact, I don't waste any time. Anybody that I see with negative comment, insult, I just block them, because I don't think that such people are meant to be here. For those who understand, they drop meaningful, reasonable comments. You see, I flow with them, and I believe we are meant to be here. So let's see ourselves as one citizen, one equal from different countries. No matter your level of education, exposure, the country you are, we are all humans. At the end of the day, we are all Africans. That's all that matters. So in summary, I will say that the way our beauty pageants, the contestant for any position whatsoever, are actually supposed to be living their life is majorly for humanitarian work, nothing more, exception to their private and personal life. No, we're not saying don't live your life work. Let's learn to serve. Let's learn to serve. They should learn to serve. We all. I'm using myself today as a case study. So if you find this topic quite interesting, let me know. And at the end of the day, let me know what part really interests you the most and what contributions you have. There are areas I've not touched. Let me know as well, as part of your own contribution down in the comment section. And let's wrap it up here, because we still have more to say. Let's leave it for another video, right? Look out for that. There are so many topics, like I said, we'll be treating on here, and you will never be disappointed, right? Keeping it live, real, raw, truthful and honest on here. Exactly. And at this point, we have come to the end of this episode. Like I said, let's continue in the comment section. And yes, if you are yet to like this video, I kindly oblige, like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much once again. So I look forward to your constant love and support on here. Share this video for more visibility, if that is what. I guess some of you say you wish you can subscribe a million times. Yes, share so that more people can see and subscribe and like and be a part of this family. Until then, keeping it real, happy, safe and blessed. And I will see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.